You didn't click this video for a get-rich-quick AI scam. You clicked because you want to build a real-world production engine. Here is how you can completely replace your video editor with an n8n and ffmpeg pipeline that handles everything from rendering to scheduling. But here is what most people will not tell you. Processing video on a server is a resource nightmare. If you do it wrong, your drop rate will crash in minutes. I'm going to show you my exact system, and at the end, I'm giving you the specific n8n environment settings that I use to go from this to this. So let's get started. So to get started, we need to first of all get the music. And the website that I'm using is called freetouse.com, and they say they offer free to use music with no copyright issues. But I would recommend for you to go through the usage policy just to understand them better before you use their content or their music in your videos or your projects. What we want here is the lo-fi section. So I'm going to look for it. I think it's somewhere here. So I'm going to click the lo-fi. And here, there are a number of tracks. You can play them before you download them. I'm going to use this one. That interests me. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the download button. And here they have their terms and their pricing. I want to download it for free. So I'm going to click the free download. And you can see here it is downloading our music. Now that we have our audio, the next thing we need to get is a video. And for that, we are using this website called pixabay.com. Here you can find, apart from the videos, you can also find the royalty-free music. Experiment with both and see what works for you. I'm going to look for the video that I want. So let's see. I think this one should work. I'm going to select it, and you can see if I play this music video and if I turn on the sound, you see that this music video doesn't have any sound, and that is by on purpose. For our project, we don't need a video with sound. I'm going to go ahead and download this video. I'm going to come here, and here I'm going to select the 1920 by 1080. I'm going to hit the download button. And now you can see that it has started the download process. We now have our audio. We also have our video. For the next step is to take the audio and video and store them in Google Drive. So inside my Google Drive, what I've done is I've created a new directory called raw. And if I click inside here, I have three other directories. The database, which contains my CSV for video management. And then I also have production files. Here, all the videos that have been created, I should just say the final videos are kept here. And then finally, we have the raw files. Here is where we need to take the audio that we downloaded and the video that we downloaded and upload them to this directory. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So here I am going to upload the file. I'm going to go to my downloads, and this is the music audio and this is the video. So I'm going to select both of them and open them. For our next step, I want us to look at how we are managing this whole data. For that, we need to go back to lo-fi and then go inside database, click video assets. Right here, this is where now we are managing all our data. So we have the video title, which is the title for the video. In my case, I've already created the title for this. So I'm going to give it a title, Productivity Boost, Lo-Fi Study Music for Deep Concentration. And then I need to add a video description. This is what is going to go into YouTube. So I'm also going to add that. And just going to go here and let's wrap this. All right, so the next step is for us to add the raw video URL. So this is the video that, remember, we downloaded. And this is the video that doesn't have any sound. It's just I think it's just a 1 minute video. And that's what we are using. We're going to loop it in the next steps. So I'm going to go back under raw files. This is the video. Go here. You're going to under share. There is copy link. You're going to copy that and paste that here, and that should work. And then we also need to provide the raw audio. So for our audio, this is the audio that we downloaded. We're going to do the same, share, copy link, go back here and add the raw audio. Another thing that we need to add is the ambient audio. So for the ambient audio, this is the audio that is going to play in between one clip and the other. So as the first clip is fading into the second clip, we're going to add this ambient audio. And I'm going to show you how this plays. So let's just play this one and you should see what the ambient audio sounds like. You can hear it. It is just some, I don't know what sound it is, but sometimes it can be snow, sometimes it can be, I don't have a better way of explaining this, but this is a good way when you're transitioning from one video clip or one audio to another. So I'm going to go ahead and get the same ambient audio. I'm going to copy this and then paste it inside here. So what is in green? This is the things that you should change. What's in red? This you shouldn't touch. So another thing here, we have status. So for the statuses, I've added a quick guide for me here. So we have the first status, which is lady. So when we press it to lady, let's say we add the status here and say this is ready, it means it is ready for processing. So when the workflow is learning, it's going to look for the videos or the records that have the status of ready and get the first one to process it. So we've added everything that we need to add. You can go ahead and add as many as you can for the automation. But for this video, we're going to stop here with one video or with one record that we've added. And in the next step, we're going to look at the automation workflow. So stay there, don't go anywhere. If you're finding this useful, please hit the subscribe below. Thank you. Now, let's look at the most interesting part, which is the workflow. So we're going to divide this into two. The first one is the video production process, and then the last one is the scheduling process. Under the video production process, we are getting the load data and then process it. The end result is going to be a finalized video that is ready for YouTube. The scheduling part is where we get that finalized video and then upload it to YouTube. The video production part runs every 12 hours, which is twice a day. And then the scheduling part runs every 24 hours, which is once a day. So now we're going to learn the video production workflow and have a deep dive into it. We're going to go ahead and execute the workflow. But one thing I want to point out is I realized that when we were uploading the audio files or the raw files, this one had some spaces within it. So if I go here and my downloads, you see that there are a lot of spaces. This will cause some issues as we are processing this video. So what I've done is I've just renamed it. You can use the hyphens or the underscore. Or another thing is to add a checker within the workflow that checks if the name has some space, and then maybe remove those spaces so that it processes without you maybe worrying about how you name the files themselves. But for this one, you have to go ahead and rename the files. So once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and execute the workflow. All right, so the workflow has executed, and now we have a final video. But before we go into the final video and look at the final video, I want us just to look at the workflow quickly. What I wanted to do was to explain step by step each node and what it's doing. But for that, I'm going to create another video and I'll explain everything in depth. This video is already getting wrong, so I'm just going to go ahead and summarize what is happening here. So first of all, we have gotten the raw data of the video. Once we've done that, we've checked if it has an ID or not. If it doesn't have an ID, we've added an ID to the record. And then we're getting the raw video, the raw audio, and the ambient. Once we've done that, we are writing this to disk and all of this to disk. We are merging this into one, and then we are taking each and every audio and adding an ambient to it. So we are, what we're doing is, if we look into this, you're going to see that we are getting the audio and then adding the ambient and then connecting this audio until it goes to 360, which is about 6 minutes, I guess. But if you want 1 hour, then you can add, it was 1 hour, but for processing reasons, I've reduced it to 360. But if it is an hour, then it has to be 3,600. But for this one, it will be, I believe it is from 6 minutes to 10 minutes, not very sure. But yeah, so once we've done that, we're adding the ambient to this, and then we are building the final video. So the final video contains of now the 1 hour long audio that has been stitched together and added ambient in between. And then we are now looping the video just to fit the length of the audio, which is 1 hour, but in this case, 6 to 10 minutes. Once we've done that, we are taking that, lighting it to, here we are lighting it to disk, but then we are reading it from the disk and then uploading it to Google Drive. And then here, finally, we are updating the status to finalized. So remember, it was ready, but now we are changing the status to finalized, meaning it is ready now to be uploaded to YouTube. So once we've done that, we can go ahead and see here. If you look at here, you see that one has been added just here is 11.8, but now something was added at 11.4. And if I click this, it should open. If it doesn't, I'm just going to download it because it's saying the video is still processing for playback. So I'm just gonna go ahead and download it. It is 143 MB. We're going to see how long the audio is. So it has downloaded. I'm going to check it, and let's look. This is the final audio, and you can see it has. So this is our final video, and you can see that it has been stitched together to about 6 minutes. This can be increased to an hour, depending on how long you want it. But yeah, this sounds good. So the audio was, I think, 3 minutes long. So let's just cross check and see where the transition is. For that, what I'm going to do is, let's look at the audio itself and just to make sure how long it is. So the audio is 2 minutes 36 seconds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play this again and go to 2 minutes 36 seconds right there. Let's see. Right there, there is a transition right there. So here there is a transition, but now you can see that the ambient has been added. So from here, you see, that's the ambient, and then it brings back the audio. So that's what we have done, and this is going to loop until an hour or however long you want it. All right, guys, so that's about that, and we've seen how we've created a video, we've looped through everything and come up with a 6-minute video. If you want to extend the lifespan of this video, you add your seconds right inside here. If you want an hour, you can add there. If you want 2 hours, you can also do the same. The final step now for us is to execute this scheduling process. So what I'm going to do now is go to the YouTube channel that I've created for this, or the YouTube channel I'm using for this. All right, so to test this, what I'm going to do is to use my old YouTube channel. And yesterday for testing, I uploaded this video automatically, and you can see it is 1 hour. It has a 1 hour length. In our case, the video that we've created is a 10 minutes video, and we're going to upload that. So what I'm going to do is come to this scheduling section, and we're going to execute this. And you can see it has finalized. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, check in our sheets. This was finalized and it has changed to uploaded since the video has been uploaded to YouTube. And if I go to the channel and let's refresh this, I should see that there is this video that is uploaded. And once this video has uploaded, everything is going to finalize. So this is how we upload uh, this is how we upload videos to YouTube on autopilot. We're going to go back to this inside here. And as we are waiting for YouTube to finalize processing, what I want to show you is the exact script that I used to make sure that file handling within n8n works pretty well. So let's look at that. This is the exact Docker command that I used to install my n8n. So I'll not go through all this. I'll share this in the description section. But what I want to focus on are these two things. The first one is n8n default binary data mode. And this has to be set to file system. You have two options. Number one is file system, and the second one is memory. By default, your n8n may have this as memory. So you need to change it to file system. And what this does is, instead of storing your files in memory, it stores them on the disk. So with this, you will not have any issues with your RAM or your CPU as compared to when you're using the memory mode. And then the second one is n8n binary data TTL 168. TTL stands for time to live. So this 168 is the number of hours. And what this is saying is we're going to store the file on disk for 7 days. So it's going to delete this. These are temporary files. So it's going to delete them after 7 days, which is a good practice for you to do so that your files do not end up filling up your disk. And then if you're doing all this, you need to also make sure that you've mounted a volume. So in this case, we are saying n8n automation data. This is a folder that I've created within. Okay, so let's go here. So the volume here, you have to mount this volume. So on disk, I'm storing this inside automation, but then inside the container, I'm storing this under data. So you need to have your volume mounted. But if you have these, then you're going to sort the issue where you have to have challenges when you have a server. Other people would end up increasing the resources, but you don't have to increase the resources. You just have to change the settings. But before I go, let's look at the output of the video. So I'm going back to my YouTube channel, and here you can see that this is the video that we just created. And if I try to open it, let's see, this is the video. It has the URL, and let's open it within YouTube. Now you can see that this is the video that we have created. It has the title, the description, and all that. So yeah, guys, that's all I had for you in this video. Please feel free to subscribe. I'll have another video where I'm going to talk about all the details for each and every node and how I created it, so that if you're interested in looking into how this was developed, then that tutorial will be useful for you. Until next time, have a good time.